What's up, everybody? Dan Greer coming at you from Eclipse DOT, and I am in Des Moines, Iowa, walking around checking out a mall. I know, I'm in town. I'm never in town. This is nuts. Anyways, I was checking out this mall, and I was like, it's like a strip mall. I walked over there. I was bored. I didn't want to sit in my hotel. Anyways, I digress. Coming at you today, we're going to chat a little bit about ELDs, electronic logging devices. Now, there's a few things you need to know about ELDs. ELDs are required on all vehicles that are manufactured after the year of 2000. So if they're manufactured in 2000 or newer, you have to have an ELD in your truck. Commercial vehicle, any commercial vehicle. What does that mean? It's a commercial vehicle. Commercial vehicle is anything rated over 10,000 pounds across the state lines. Depending on the country, the state you're in, it can also be 10,000 pounds, period. So like if you're in Utah's a 10,000 pound state, right? Something's beeping. I was making sure it wasn't my phone. Anyways, I digress. So if you're, and that's so distracting. I'm so sorry, guys. So if you're in a state like Utah's a 10,000 pound state, you may have to have an ELD in any vehicle. If you're crossing state lines, it could be like a one-ton pickup that's rated at 11,500 pounds. ELDs are required, okay? That's one thing. The ELDs are required in all vehicles that are newer than a 2000 that are commercial vehicles, unless you're operating under an exemption like shore haul exemption or utility exemption. You operate under one of those two, you're covered, okay? You have to have an ELD. Now, the other thing I keep in mind with the ELDs is that ELDs have to be approved. You can't just go like, I'm going to go check any ELD I want. Hey, how are you guys? Good. You can't just be like, I'm going to check any ELD I want. You just got to go get one that's actually on the list that's approved for it. If it's not approved, it's no good. Okay. All right. Now, the next thing you got to keep in mind with ELDs is that, so newer than 2000, unless you're operating under exemption, okay, you can operate under exemption for 8 days on RODS, record of duty, paper status, and not have to have that electronic logging device in your truck. Electronic logging device has to be registered with the FMCSA, has to be one that they approve. And if you buy one and it's not approved and you get caught with it, then boom, you're screwed. You're out of luck. Okay, next thing you gotta keep in mind is that if you have ELDs in your truck, your driver has to know how to submit those records to the officer, okay, from a roadside stop. So they have to be able to submit them to the FMCSA. The only way the officers will view them is through the FMCSA. So they have to be able to push a button and upload them to the cloud, and then the officer has to be able to pull them out. Okay. Next thing you gotta remember, the ELDs is you've got to have directions for how to use the ELD in the truck, and you got to have directions for how to download and send the data in the truck. That is mandatory. Okay. Last thing you gotta keep in mind with ELDs is you have to have a minimum of 7 extra days of blank logbooks in case the ELD malfunctions in the truck at all times. So you can do that a couple different ways. You can usually throw a logbook in the truck, okay? You can also very simply just go in and print off some RODS, record of duty statuses, logbooks, and throw, 8 blank pages in there with 2 records per thing. That's 16 logs. You're good to go. Okay? All right. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that answers a lot of questions on ELDs. Chat with you guys later.